Stood out to you about camp so far, especially as it relates to what you went through in the spring?
I'd say it's a good comparison. It's a great comparison. Like coming out here in the spring was a very good choice. Like coming out here, getting the work in. Now fall camp's almost like the same thing, and it's pretty easy. Like not easy, but it's good that I got that work early and got out the way.
What is the toughest part of understanding safety at Oklahoma?
I'd say just all the movement. I'd say that's the hardest part. I feel like I know the plays really well. It's just how, like your alignment and disguising. I think that's the main thing that just really gets to me. And obviously, I'm getting better at it now from the spring, but it's coming along, and I'd say that's probably the hardest part.
Do you feel like a lot of your reads and cues are clicking a little faster now that you've had spring and half of fall camp?
Yeah, absolutely, because it makes the game a lot easier once you know what you're doing. So whenever you go out there in spring, like you're just kind of like, all right, don't mess up. Oh, I hate bugs. All right, it's kind of just like don't mess up. Just make sure you do your job. But now that like you know what your job is, you can read the quarterback's eyes a lot better and just notice route combinations and stuff like that.
What's that room been like? Obviously, some returning guys, but who have you maybe leaned on and learned from so far in that room?
I'd say just the older guys in general. I can't really pinpoint like a singular person, but I say the old guys have been great on like if you ask them a question about the defense, like they'll easily teach you it and just show you and take you under their wing. And even like the young guys like that came in, the freshmen, they're all like trying to like help each other out because you're only as strong as your weakest link. So it's easier to help each other out than just let someone out there to dry.
Specifically, Reggie Pearson, what have you seen from him, especially progression from what he did in the spring, and just how's he fit in with his defense?
He's a great leader. Like he's a hard hitter. He's gonna come down and fit no matter who it is. Like he's gonna hit somebody. He got great cover skills and instincts, and he's gonna play that free position very well.
You had any pass breakups, interceptions off your guy Jackson yet?
I just picked him off.
Did you?
I did just pick him off in this practice. That's funny you mentioned that. So yeah, I just picked him off. I think that's like my second time from being here picking him off. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Not gonna lie, we were watching, but it seems like things just from a going and getting the ball standpoint, that comes easy to you, doesn't it?
Yeah. So it was a great like. I like being used in like that single high stuff. I can just roam, read off the quarterback's eyes, and just use my speed to go find the ball. And that's exactly what happened. Was we were just in that single high look, and I used to just he tried to read. Oh, my fault. He tried to like read me off through looking at the other side, but I stayed poised and stayed on over the top of number one.
How deep is that room right now? It seems like there's a number of guys that are vying for snaps.
Yeah. So we have about. I'm not sure the number, but we have some guys down right now, but we're hoping to get them back soon. But it's deep, so it's like you gotta keep your job around here.
Yeah.
Like it's not, you can't just take every day lightly. Like someone's coming to try and compete for your position. So I think that's how I take it. Iron sharpens iron.
You were a great returner in high school. Is that something you've been pushing the staff to maybe give you an opportunity?
Yes, I have worked on. I have been like I'm in the depths for punt and kickoff return. Obviously, I'm not starting for it. My fault again, dude. But I'm not starting for it. But like I've pushed. I'm like, hey, like I want to be able to return. Like even not even like just this year, but like even a shot kind of thing. So I'm in the depth for it, but we'll see.
Peyton, Brent has mentioned you as a guy that really versatile, particularly on defense. Just maybe how much have you been moving around through the first couple of weeks, and do you like looking at different positions?
So I have moved around a lot. I've played about 5 different positions this fall camp, and it's been a challenge, but I'm doing great at it. Like I feel like every day I'm getting better at it. Obviously, it's like not perfect because I'm still learning 5 different positions and I get put in at different places. So like every time we learn a new install, like I'm learning it at this position, but they put me at a different position that day. So it's kind of difficult, but I'm taking it as a challenge. Like I'm gonna keep pushing through it and just do my thing and just learn it so that it comes easier whenever it's game time.
How tough is that? Is it confusing?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But I mean, you just got to think about it like you just got to try and look at it from different light. Like just hone in on one position at a time, and then just kind of add the pieces together. Like, in cover 2, for example, like you just got to think about it. All right, he's this spot, So like, if you know who the deep guys are, if you're like on the right side of the formation, to drop in the 2 spot or 4 spot depending on the strength. So it's you just kind of like try and add it together, and it comes easier.
Has there been anyone or anything in particular that's helped with maybe keeping up with everything and all the info that's getting thrown at you?
I'd say depending on where I'm at, that helps a lot. Like if I'm at one position, Billy will help me. If I'm at another one, Danny will help me, like stuff like that. The older guys, I really lean on them, and they've helped out a lot.
What are your expectations just for yourself this season, being a true freshman, playing so many different positions?
I just want to get thrown in the fire, see what I have to learn and get better at, because that's the only way you can learn is losing. So, I mean, you're going to lose some reps as a true freshman against these older guys who've, like, gotten all this work. Like, we can be playing the college football playoffs and you go against Marvin Harrison. Like, that's the best receiver in college football right now, and that's when you're going to learn, like, what your weaknesses are, what your strengths are, and just hone in on that and get better.
Any specific moments like that out here during camp that you can tell us about?
Not really. I mean, like, I haven't really guarded, like, Jaleel or anything like that. Like, I've guarded Drake a couple times. I always try and go with Drake or Gavin Freeman to try and get me better. So that's always a place that I have those receivers at slot to help me get better.